Good morning, everybody. That's not even what I wanted either. I want that. Yep, I want that. Good morning, everybody. Hey, Veronica, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. I hope everybody has the day off today at the very least. You know, it's a holiday day. So, you know, the president is signing that big, beautiful bullshit bill today. And I told y'all I'm happy about it because you got to give people what they asked for. Hey, Lois, good morning. This is one of those mornings where I'm like, Republican Jesus has answered our prayers early into the Trump administration. Hey, Tara, how are you, beautiful? Good morning. Good morning. I'm glad you got the day off today. I'm assuming you got the day off today, so thanks for joining. Oh, it's going to be real bad. But I think for most people, I think that most people don't even understand the levels of bad it's going to be. Like my neighbor and I was talking a couple of days ago because my neighbor is a lot older than me. And so we were talking and I said, you know, it's going to get bad for a lot of people because a lot of people have never really been poor before. Hey, sweetie, good morning. For those of us who grew up poor, like we know how to live poor, we know how to make $1 out of 15 cents. That's where that came from because we were so poor. We will adjust. We can adjust to the difficulty. But for the people who've never technically been like poor, oh, they are going to crash out. That's one of the reasons why we got here, because they crashed out because they were struggling. And by God, they hate to struggle and the possibility that they could be poor when they're already technically poor. Because see, if you're in the 99.9% and you got to go to work, because if you don't have a job, you don't have money, you're already poor. You're just the working poor. Hey, mad historian. But I think for a lot of people, they don't want to be that. So they'll say things like, oh, I'm not like those people. It's like, well, shit, I am. I'm the working fucking poor. I'm in the 99.9%. I'm not rich. I have to work a job in order to have money. And as soon as I don't work, I don't make money and I can't pay my bills. I mean, it's just very simple. Hey, Lisa, good morning. Now, before we get into the other things, I have this picture up here because I wanted y'all to see this. I just put up a video about it, right? Now, this is RFK Jr.'s mouth. Y'all see that picture, right? Now, keep in mind, this man comes from privilege. This man comes from money. He's had access to the best of everything. But you see that dental care right there, right? Now, he leads HHS. This is the guy that tells you fluoride ain't good for your water, but look at his mouth. I'm not listening to somebody like that. I'm not. What could you possibly tell me about dental care? I brush and floss every night. What could you tell me? You don't. Like, what could you tell me? He needs to do more than exfoliate, Isabella. He needs to stop going to those tanning beds. That's something else that he does. He tans regularly. I know because I live in the DMV. That man goes to the tanning salon regularly in the city. So I'm like, you tan. Look at that mouth. Look at that gingivitis and that tartar. Oh my. Listen, when I saw it, I was like, what? Oh no. Oh no. See, I was taught all of your health starts in your mouth. That's how my mother taught us. Even we were poor growing up, I still didn't have cavities. I still didn't have cavities because I brushed and flossed every day. That thing over there, he's using one of those strips to help people who used to, I think they call it Zen, the stuff that for people who used to smoke. So, but he's in charge of HHS. Exactly. Gingivitis can cause heart disease, but this is the guy. This is the guy that's supposed to be a fucking expert, man, please. I keep telling y'all, listen, y'all can listen to these people if you want to. I don't listen to people like that. How you gonna tell me how to take care of myself and you can't take care of yourself? Look at those teeth. Boy, you're right, J-Dub. You come in here talking about self-deport, yet you didn't know how to move, how to keep scrolling up. Let me help you. Bye. Oh, you think, no, that's not Jack Nicholson, honey bun. That's RFK Jr. with that bad skin and those bad teeth. A man with money. The white thing on his gums is like a patch because he used to be a smoker. That's my thing, Yvette. If he started flossing and brushing every day, how you gonna hate fluoride when your enemy right now is your toothbrush? Are you kidding me? What could he possibly tell us about anything? But these are the type of people that the Trump administration puts in charge of us. See, I wanted to talk about it because nobody's talking about that. When I saw this picture, I said, oh, fuck that shit. This is the shit that needs to be talked about. This is what needs to be talked about. This is the guy that's leading HHS and he don't even brush and floss every day. What could he tell me? Yeah, that's his teeth. That is his teeth. That is his teeth. There ain't nothing this man can tell not now single American about health. When your health starts in your mouth and you won't even brush your fucking teeth. Please. Sir, go have several seats. Several seats. That's why I told y'all I don't take these people seriously. Now I'm going to give you guys something to do that I want you to pay attention to from this point forward as you go out. And first of all, thank you all for joining me so much this morning. Tap that like button for me if you can. And with the share, copy link counts as a share, even if you don't send it to nobody. Okay? Thank you so much. Now I'm going to give y'all an assignment for this week. This week, I want y'all, when y'all see rich people on TV, not so much magazines, because magazines can be misleading, right? Hey, Darnell, dumb is spelled with a B on the end, beloved. You've been blocked. My God. Oh, I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. What the hell? If you're going to come in my live and call me dumb, you've got to know that a B is at the end of the word dumb. Jesus. My God. You see why I can never be insulted by people like that? How? That's why I tell y'all you can't be insulted by people like that. I saw his other little emoji comments, but I was just like, I'm going to wait. I'm going to let him cook because I had a feeling something was coming. You get me? And then he says, dumb, D-U-M. Okay. And I know he thought he was winning when he did it. Oh, I let him be, Alex. I just wanted to be clear before he left. So at least, Alex, see, I'm cruel to them, but I care a little bit. So I was trying to help him. So next time he goes to troll, he doesn't forget the B. My God. My God. This is how we got here, y'all. George Bush. No child left behind. No child left behind. They're smart. Look, they're very confident. They're very loud. They're just dumb as fuck, but they're very loud. They're always very loud. They always have a lot of things to say, but not very enlightened, not very knowledgeable about much of anything. My God. Now I'm going to get back to what I said. You see these teeth? Listen. Now I'm 50 years old. If you're as old as me, you remember the rapper named Yuck Mouth. This must be the daddy of Yuck Mouth because he's older than Yuck Mouth. Like, what are we doing? This man come from money, has had access to the best of everything, and his mouth still look like that. And this is the guy that says he thinks fluoride is bad. What? Fluoride is not your problem, sir. It seems like to me you have a vendetta against toothbrushes, dental floss, dental picks, a water pick. That's where his grievance is. You understand? And I'm going to tell you my logic. If your mouth looks like this, your ass ain't too far behind. That's what I was taught. That's what my mama and my grandmama would say. Listen, that's what my mama and my grandmama would say. They would say, if your mouth look like that, your ass ain't too far behind. Think about it. Think about it. If you won't take the proper time to brush and floss your teeth, why would you take the proper time to wash your ass? You're welcome, Piper. Right, because they are Republicans. They are not conservatives. You can't vote for a bill that went down yesterday with all that increase in the national debt and call yourself a conservative. They're Republicans, but they're not conservatives. Hell, they're not Christians either. You have people that don't even make a tenth of the money that RFK Jr. has made in his lifetime and have better dental care than RFK Jr. So it's not about money. You understand? It's not about money. But this week, I want y'all the next couple of days, just the next couple of days, do me a favor. When you see rich people on television, and I'm not talking about TV show, I'm just talking about regular stuff. You see rich people, on the paparazzi blogs, because that's when you're going to see them when it's not filters, right? Look at their teeth. If they don't have implants, or if they don't have those chiclets, that's what I call them. If they don't have that, their teeth is usually, most of the time, rich people's teeth are trash. Just pay attention. Most of the time, rich people's teeth are trash. I don't know why, but they don't like to invest money in dental care either. It's weird to me. Because I was taught your mouth had to be right. You understand? Man, the skincare regimen is constant tanning. So that's tanning and bad dental care. And he picks up roadkill that he didn't hit, and he don't know how long it's been there. But this guy is supposed to be a steward for America to help us be more healthy as an. Okay. All right. And he's married. He's married. Who's kissing that? You know who's kissing that? You know who he's married to, don't you? He's married to the woman who used to play the wife of Larry David on Curb Your Enthusiasm. He's married to old Cheryl. He married to her. So she in it for the money. Listen. And that tells me that her dental care ain't too far behind. You understand where I'm coming from? Do you understand? Come on. Come on. Oh, it's going to be, look, it'll be serendipity that my lives go on YouTube every day. So my link is in my bio. I'll be putting this up on YouTube after the live is over. Right. Plus he went, thank you, Scoops Girl, for bringing that up. See, those of us who are local, right? RFK Jr. went swimming, right? In Rock Creek Park, right? Locals know you don't swim in that shit. Literally. When I say swim in that shit, literally, we don't swim in there. He did. You go right ahead, sir. Matter of fact, I don't even think it was Rock Creek. I think it was Anacostia River. And we all the locals were like, we all looked at that news story with the same face, like, the fuck? We don't swim in there. We know better than that. Like, we don't, But with a mouth like that, of course he would swim in there. Of course he would. He is married, but actually cheated on her. She has to stay close so he won't cheat. She's a stupid. But she's worried about a guy with a mouth like that cheating. Let him. Let him. What is she doing? Let him. If anything, I would put his profiles up on Tinder myself. Are you kidding me? Can you imagine? Can you imagine that you need mouth to mouth and that's what's coming towards you? Let me die, Lord. God, I've done everything I needed to do here. Take me out now. Never. Never. Can you imagine that looking down on you? Never. Yo, listen, I'm about to go back in time. Y'all remember the movie with the fat boys? Y'all remember that movie's Disorderlies? Remember that movie Disorderlies? When they had to be the orderlies for that old guy. And remember when they thought he was dead? And one of the guys was going over him, about to do mouth to mouth. And that old man woke up, was like, what the hell? That's what I would be if I saw this shit coming over me. Good Lord. Listen, Willie, now we know why he can't speak well. All that plaque and tartar. Listen. Y'all got to go back and watch that video I put up before I went live about this man's mouth. No one is talking about this. If you want to talk about RFK Jr. being the leader of HHS, this is the imaging. How can this guy make America more healthy again? How? Doesn't that look horrible, Lou? Ew. I hope he thinks mouth to mouth is a myth. Listen. It'll be a myth if I ever fall out around him. Because if I ever fall out around him, I am telling everybody, listen, if I happen to fall out while he's in this room, do not resuscitate me. I'd rather die than that man suck on my face with those teeth. Are you kidding me? That stuff on the side of his mouth, that's a patch. It's for people who are trying to give up smoking. But he's the leader of HHS, though. Like, you can't make this shit up. No, I don't feel sorry for that wife. That bitch wants him, Yvonne. She deserves it. She deserves it. If she was worth her grain of salt, she would be on Tinder right now advertising his services so that he would stop trying to kiss her. Yuck. And someone says he has half a brain, the scarecrow guy. Listen, I can tell he has a half a brain. Look at the teeth. Listen. Listen, I'm telling y'all, for the next couple of days, look at rich people's teeth, especially older rich people, like in their 70s and 80s. They don't do fucking dental care. They have decades of no fucking dental care. Their teeth are usually yellow as fuck, crooked and all throwing gang signs and shit, teeth all in there. Just, no. They got money, but they will not spend it on stuff like dental care. The shit is weird. That's why they don't want you to have dental care. They're looking at you and me like, what y'all brushing y'all damn teeth for? You don't need to brush your teeth. Just put some water in there and swish it around. You put water in there and swish it around, you got everything you need. No, you don't. The hell? And these are the people that are supposed to tell you about why your life is good. Michael, shut up. Go somewhere and sit down. You just want attention. I'm gonna keep you there for a second with your thirsty ass with your 181 followers. Get out of here. It's not a democracy here. This is a republic of me. Thank you for that bliggity block sticker popping up. How you gonna get mad at me talking about a guy's mouth that looks like this? No problem, glasses lady. How? See, when I do things like this, it exposes people. Because if you get mad at me saying that the HHS secretary's teeth look like that, then I'm going to assume your teeth look like that. Real talk. I'm going to assume your teeth look like that too. I don't care how fancy your car is, how nice your clothes are, how expensive your shoes are. If your teeth look like that, that's RFK Jr.'s mouth. That is RFK Jr.'s mouth double. That's why I'm saying people be having the wrong fucking priorities. They worried about the fancy house, fancy car, fancy shoe. What's your teeth looking like? Real talk. What are your teeth looking like? That's what I want. You want to ball out of control? Go get a fucking root canal. Yeah. You want to show me you balling? Go get a root canal. Go to the dentist with no dental insurance. That's how you show me you balling. You not balling because you got a Lexus or a Tesla or Air Jordans. You buy $300 jeans. Nah, balling is good fucking dental care. That's balling out of control. This shit here, like I said, listen, I'm poor compared to this guy and my teeth don't look like that. Dental care is extremely important to me because as a working class person, I ain't got too many things. You understand? You understand my logic? That's how I was taught. That's how I was raised. You ain't got too many things. But what you do have control over is your body. Brush your fucking teeth. Floss. Take care of your skin. Eat good food. You understand? Oh, wow. The flossing is important, but I'm telling you, like you see that little piece right there. This man, listen, I don't know how long that little piece been sitting there, but it's been there for a minute. Thank you, Gloria. So you combine no washcloths and no toothbrushes. Now you know why perfume and cologne were created. Listen, yes, it's RFK Jr., Cassie. That's his mouth. That's RFK Jr. And I just look at that and I go, if his mouth looked like that, now I want to know. I go every 6 months too. Does that make him a harebrain? No, Trump is something else. But I go to the dentist I thought I was weird because I'm one of those people. I love the dentist. I love the dentist. I love to go for cleaning. That's RFK Jr.'s mouth. That is RFK Jr.'s teeth. That shit is deplorable, bruh. Let me tell you, my favorite person on earth is the dental hygienist. While I love my dentist, I love the dental hygienist. That feeling you get after a good cleaning. I think you want to marry me. Hey, listen, there is nothing like a dental hygienist. I love the dentist, don't get me wrong. But the dental hygienist, now that's my friend right there. That's my friend. Like that dude say he on TikTok. Hey, friend. That's my friend. Okay? You see that piece of chunk? That chunk is sending me to, girl, because I don't know if that's lunch, dinner, breakfast. And I'm pretty sure it probably isn't lunch, dinner, or breakfast of that day. Listen. And these are the people who will tell you they know what's best for you. That's why I wanted to show it to y'all this morning. That not a callus on the tooth. That's RFK Jr., Sweet Pea. That is RFK Jr.'s mouth. That's the guy leading HHS. I've had this picture for a couple of days and I just sat on it. Because when I first saw it, I literally went, oh no, out loud. I was like, oh no. Oh hell no, honey. Oh hell no. Hell to the gnaw. Ain't that what they say? Not me, honey. Exactly, Cassie. So he tans and got bad teeth. RFK Jr. Tarby. That's RFK Jr.'s mouth. That is RFK Jr.'s mouth. And I'm just saying, he leads HHS. This guy says fluoride is bad for us. And I'm sitting here going, Fluoride is not the enemy, sir. Obviously, you looked at a toothbrush and dental floss a long time ago and said, I don't need that shit. I'm a fucking Kennedy. Why do I need to brush and floss? My last name is Kennedy. The ladies are going to light up no matter what. They're going to line up for me. I'm a what? No. Exactly, Cassie. There is no excuse for poor oral health. None. Not for him. He has resources. That's why I say, but these are the people in charge of our government. And just so y'all know, RFK Jr. said they're not going to let AI decide what treatments get approved through the FDA. Hey, Bob, Trump, oh, you think Trump owns my mind? And I own your body because you keep coming to this live. Bye. You've been blocked. Yes, those teeth will glow in the dark. I bet you during Halloween, he don't need one of them glow in the dark sticks. All he got to do is smile while he walking the kids around. He can see. They joined Glasses Lady because they love me. That's why they joined. I figured out a long time ago, conservative men, they love me. I just hope they don't have teeth like this guy. Jesus. Listen. At least pray to Republican Jesus for a toothbrush and some toothpaste. Like anybody, did y'all used to watch those TV shows, that TV show Naked and Afraid? I used to watch that show, right? And my husband used to say, you could bring one thing. I said, oh Lord, this is tough. One thing I could bring. I said, because honestly, I'm stuck on my fucking toothbrush. Do you understand? Or a dental pick or something. Yeah, don't zoom in. Don't zoom in. If you zoom in, you will regret it. Do not zoom in on this picture. I am trying. Listen. Sammy said, having the plaque and tartar in the front where you can brush is insane. But that lets you know, if it's in the front, imagine what the back looks like. This literally makes me not want to eat mashed potatoes again. Oh. Do you understand? I'm glad you're feeling better this morning, Glasses Lady. Oh, I tell you, man. It is nothing like make America great again. Look at them teeth, man. Oh my God. Corn. Did you say corn, Jesus? Can you imagine him gnawing on a corn on the cob? Yeah, I'm not having corn no more. Oh, maybe he had oatmeal a couple of days. He had oatmeal a couple of days ago. And maybe that's... maybe that's what's stuck up there. It's a little oatmeal. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to. I started to use a different picture this morning. I was like, you know what? That's a Zen to the side. I'm talking about all that stuff. We're not talking about that. That ain't no Zen. That's not Zen, sir. That's not Zen right there. That ain't. All around, no, sir. No, sir. If you're unsure, zoom in. You'll see that ain't Zen. That's not Zen. That's terror. Those guns, you know they bleed. It's no way that he brushes his teeth. Well, first of all, I know he ain't brushing much. But if he is brushing, it's no way he ain't getting some residual something on that brush. It's just no fucking way. But I just wanted to show y'all, this is supposed to be excellence. These are the people that are supposed to make us healthier. These people. Now the Zen is that thing right here. That thing that's up there. That's this little patch. That's a patch for him because he's a smoker. So it's to help him stop not smoking, right? But look at it. Look, everything else. Look, what is this little piece right here? Mm-mm. Uh-uh. 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 What's that little piece? You see all that? What is all of that? What is that? Mashed potato, oatmeal. No. Zen is over there. That ain't Zen right there. That's not fucking Zen. Zoom in on that. Now, the devil's a liar. The devil's a lot of things, but that ain't Zen. That's tartar. Not bread. Listen. Mike, I actually do look like the picture of health compared to yours, beloved. I do. I go to gym 4 days a week. Upset, mad, bye. It's always the ones that are upset at those of all. Thus, listen, I'm a lot of things, but Shake Funny is not one of them. Okay? They get so mad. So mad. You think that's that CVS tooth filler? Listen. No, it's that tooth filler stuff that the people be selling here on TikTok. When they say, you lost a tooth, buy this from the TikTok shop. What? Yeah, RFK has a Zen on the side, but he's supposed to lead HHS, right? But sis, Joy, I want you to look over here. Look at all of that, sis. Look at all of that. You see that, sis? But that's my issue. What is that? What is that? Y'all, they coming in here upset at me pointing out these nasty ass teeth. You know what I'm thinking? I wonder if you scrubbed all the tartar and plaque off his teeth, you probably could have a small meal for somebody. Think about the amount. Oh my God. I'm not going to stay on this too much longer because I can't. I'm tired of looking at that. Like every time I look at the screen, I see that. He didn't get gold plating finished. Why get it finished? What would we actually be wanting to layer in gold in that mouth? You say it's the demons manifesting. This is the mouth that picks up roadkill that he don't know how long it's been there. That mouth. I wouldn't drink after this man for nothing. Do you understand? Do you understand? Come on. Come on. I just wanted y'all to see it because I know I'm not the only person. Well, maybe I am because I don't see nobody else talking about it. I'm like, everybody else talk about everything else about RFK. I'm like, have you seen his mouth? He should have been disqualified from leading HHS just based on his dental care or lack thereof. That's RFK Jr. power. That is RFK Jr. with those disgusting teeth. And the funny thing is, I know not one person in this live got a mouth this bad. That's why everybody's so outraged. That's why everybody in here like, what the hell? Because you would never take a person seriously that had a mouth like that. Man, can you imagine what that breath smells like? Bad decisions, regret. Oh, goodness. Listen, what do they say? Cleanliness is next to godliness. This man is destined to burn in hell. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? You can't go meet the king like that. Listen, you can't go meet the king like that. What they say? Soon and very soon We are going to see the king. No, you're not. Soon and very soon. We are going to see the king. No, you are not. Listen, if you showed up at the pearly gates with that mouth, St. Peter is going to say, it is impossible that you made it here with a mouth like that. Because I know for a fact, the good Lord said, faith without works is dead. My beloved, he gave you a toothbrush and dental floss, and you decided not to use the gifts that God gave you. Be gone. Like, are you serious? Come on, man. Man, and I'm telling you something. Have you looked at Linda McMahon's teeth? I'm telling y'all, look at Mitch McConnell's teeth. Mitch McConnell is worth millions. But you couldn't tell by looking at his teeth. Yes, LJ, that's RFK Jr. That is RF. Most rich people have horrible ass dental care. If they don't have veneers or implants, that's usually what their mouth look like. A mess. This is why they don't like to let you see it up front. That's why when I see celebrities that have good teeth and it's their teeth and they've been brushing and they've been flossing, I can tell. Because I brush and floss. So I can tell. Not Mitch McConnell's teeth are made out of wood. Listen. Mitch McConnell rocking those George Washingtons. Right. They have money for dental care, but they won't get the work. I don't know why. It is perplexing to me. Exactly. So I'm going, if the front looks like that, you know the back is savage. What Megan Thee Stallion say? I'm a savage. Hey, sassy, bougie, ratchet. That's what the fuck his mouth says every fucking morning. Every fucking morning. Every fucking morning. That man gets up. That is the anthem that is playing for his fucking breath. I'm a savage. Hey, sassy, bougie, ratchet. Hey, every damn day. Can you imagine the paint that is peeled off a wall? Imagine being in an airplane with this guy. Oh my God. Oh my God. You ain't opening no windows, beloved. You trapped. That funk is being rotated. The air is being circulated. They trying to filter it, but the system can't keep up with the shit that's coming out of that. Oh my God. Oh my God. Now he make you want to get scurvy. Listen. Listen, breath that makes your eyes water. No, breath that makes you hit them. They come, let me tell you a secret. Why the hell would you come close to me like that trying to tell me something knowing your damn breath smell like that? You know what it remind me of? It remind me of a saying that my mama used to say. If you got in my mother's face and your breath stank, my mother would say, your breath smell like it's a little man with a shit stick in there beating on your teeth. Listen. Listen, Linda. I love my mama. She has so many good quips. She would say, you need to go brush your teeth. It smell like it's a little man with a shit stick in there beating on your teeth. Save that and use it. Because when you think about when you start thinking about it, you like, damn, you know how bad your mouth got a fucking smell to imagine a little man with a shit stick in there beating on your teeth. Listen. Listen. I don't know about y'all. I love my mom. Listen. Oh my God. Oh my God. This needs to be on a poster. This is Make America Great Again, because this is how they want it to look. Yep, this is the leader of our healthcare system. Exactly, ATL. Girl, I don't know how either. Steal it, Shelly. From now on, anytime somebody come at you with some stinking ass breath, that's what you say. Damn, you got a little man with a shit stick in there beating on your teeth? The fuck? They gonna cover up instantly. They gonna cover up instantly. Yep, stay far away from them stinking breath folk. All they doing is projecting their problems onto you every time they speak. Hi. Hello. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, sir. Never. No, ma'am. No, sir. Never. Mm-mm. That's why I'm one of those people. If you want to tell me a secret, I have to have smelled your breath before. Otherwise, you ain't telling me no fucking secrets. Everything you tell me gonna have to be loud. Or send an email. You understand? Send an email. Courier pigeon. You understand? But what you're not going to do is tell me any secrets. Fuck out of here. I got a secret. Brushing and flossing works. That's the secret I have. It's always the people with the stinking ass breath. Say it again, Tasha, with the long ass words. Always want to tell you secrets. Gotta whisper something. Tell you something in confidence. No, don't tell me nothing. Don't tell me nothing. You ain't got nothing that you know that you need to share with me. Keep it. And you know what's sad? You cover your nose and your coworkers still don't give a shit that they breath stink. That's the saddest part about it. They know, but they don't care. That is a weapon of mass destruction. They should be reported. That's a national security issue. Sincerely. Quiet as kept. If Trump want to win the trade war, look, I'm about to say something. If Trump want to win that trade war, he need to send RFK to do the negotiations. Every time he talk, they'll acquiesce and just give in. Because we've been losing that trade war. We've been losing the trade war. But if he sent RFK Jr. to do all those trade talks and put them in a small room every time, no windows, no nothing, guarantee you gonna get a deal. You gonna get a deal. They gonna make a deal just to get the fuck out that room. China gonna say, okay, no tariffs on American imports. That's it. You win. You win. Anything to get out of this room. Anything. Yeah, I just thought about it. No, that is the Zen pack, beloved. That ain't a Zen pack. Natty, are you saying that's a Zen pack right there on that tooth, in between those two teeth right there? Please, Natty, tell me you think that's a Zen pack right there. Because we both know you know that's not a Zen pack. Because you don't even put a Zen pack over there. What is that? I'm talking about that part right there. And all that red stuff around that tooth right there. Ain't no Zen. There's nothing peaceful in there. I know you didn't see it, Natty. I just want you to see all of it. Don't zoom in on it though, Natty. Because I don't want to be responsible. Nope. Nope. Yeah, he just ate 3 days before. Oh, gosh. Yeah, he ate 3 days before. That's what he did. My question is this. Even if he did just eat, think about yourself, Natty. Wouldn't you feel that shit? Don't you rub your tongue over your teeth? Don't you? For me, I'm just telling you, I'm neurotic about my teeth, right? So when I eat, I can feel something in between my teeth. So I pull out dental picks and I floss. You understand? So my thing is, he didn't feel that. That's my point, Natty. He had to feel it or he just don't care. That shit is... Oh, come on. When I tell y'all I'm a savage, hey, nasty, booty, ratchet, hey. That's that mouth. That is the new anthem for RFK. Every time I see this man from this point forward, I'm done. No, you said no, that's not how you spell gingivitis. You know how I spell gingivitis? RFK. That's the easiest way to spell it. Say it again. Make America tartar-free again. That's kind of impossible, though. That's impossible. That's impossible. But that's how I spell gingivitis, RFK. That's the easiest way to spell it. Plaque, RFK. That's how I spell gingivitis. Now I'm gonna tell the dentist that next time I go to the dentist, I'm gonna say, "Hey doc, I learned how to spell gingivitis by heart." He's gonna say, "How?" RFK. Listen. Or I'm gonna take a picture of take a picture of his teeth with me and go to the dentist and say, "Hey doc, I want to know, can you do this for me? I want you to see if you can make my teeth look like this." And then I'll show it to my dentist and I want to see my dentist's reaction. I'm gonna laugh my ass off. You heard me. And my doctors, I have a great time with my doctors. We have a great relationship. I'm gonna say, "Hey, can you make my teeth look like this? How much would it cost for you to make my teeth look like this?" Man, my dentist gonna fall out in that thing. Yeah, the medical condition he has is lack of brushing his fucking teeth. That's what it's called. It's called lack of toothbrush, lack of dental floss. It's not lack of money and lack of resources. He just don't brush his fucking teeth. Y'all sitting up here making excuses for people who don't brush their teeth. I wish I would. I wish I would. I'm not making no excuses for somebody who don't brush their teeth and then they want to tell me how to be more healthy? Yeah. Never in this lifetime. Never in this lifetime. Y'all are nuts. You know what? See, if MAGA want to prove to me that they really bout it, if you really, like I'm laughing because just the thought of it makes me laugh. You really want to prove to me you bout it? You really want to prove it? I'm sorry. Let RFK tell you a secret and you don't have a mask on. Yeah, MAGA. Y'all bout it. Y'all really bout the cause. Y'all really ride or die, right? Like y'all say. Let this man tell you a secret, but you can't wear a mask and he can't wear a mask. You just got to let him breathe full frontal forward and tell you whatever secrets he wants. Exactly. You ain't about to do that shit. You don't love America like you say you do. Imagine that man talking to you. You know how sometimes people talk and they'll spit? Imagine a piece of spit from his mouth flying onto your mouth and landing on your bottom lip. Boom. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. What do they say? What's that? Talk about a fucking nightmare. Jesus. Willie said, stop. I could visualize it and could see like, psh. I would literally be like, fuck nah. But this is the guy that's in charge of our health. I just wanted y'all to see it this morning. I had to put up that video this morning about it, but I started not to talk about it and just let the video, the videos, no. Say it again. I like it like that. She working that back. I don't know why that. Slow motion for me. Slow motion for me. Slow motion for me. Move it slow motion for me. Listen. Jane, that's RFK Jr.'s mouth. You see that tartar and plaque right there? Don't zoom in, Jane. Trust me on this. If you do, that's on you. Okay? Like they say. I don't have nothing to do with that. I don't have nothing to do with that. But it's also telling you, it confirms what my mama said. My mama said, always take care of yourself. Because even the lowliest of man can always get a woman. She said it. That thing on the side is a Zen thing. That sticker, the sticker here on the side, it's for people who are trying to stop smoking. It's a patch to help them. No, that's not a t-shirt, Bucci, not a t-shirt. That's what it is. Yeah, to Lisa's point, zoom in at your own risk. But I wouldn't zoom in. I wouldn't zoom in on those teeth if I were you. Because it's going if you haven't had breakfast, you won't. That's all I'm going to say about that. If you haven't had breakfast, you're not going to have breakfast. Oh, you see that lip cracking? Chow. That's all that fucking tanning. The skin is bad. It's not hydrated. And he needs to exfoliate, to somebody's point earlier. You can tell. He needs better skincare. And it's not that he doesn't have access to the resources. Oh, Bucci said he has mayo and mustard in the same bottle on his teeth. Listen. You know what, honestly, CC, I agree with you. I don't think RFK Jr. uses washcloths. Because at bare minimum, he could use a washcloth to clean and wipe those teeth off. At this point, he's beyond the toothbrush. He first needs to take a washcloth and wipe and scrub his teeth and then brush them. Thank you, Brittany. Yeah, this isn't a safe space for them over here. Not over here. Bruh needs to brush his teeth, wipe his teeth with a washcloth first to try to break down some of them layers. Then he needs a water pick, or he needs a dental. He needs something. He needs a water pick. He needs something with some power behind it. Ideally, to be honest with you, they need to hook up a power washer and go to town on that mouth. Y'all remember on Martin when Shanae, when Gina went to work at Shanae's hair salon and Myra needed a pedicure, and Gina called herself working on Myra's feet, and Shanae said, "Listen, you got to go to work on Myra's feet." And he pulled out that sandblaster. Listen, that's right there. You're going to have to go to work on that. You're going to need a power washer. A dental pick won't do. There's too many layers there. That's RFK Jr.'s mouth. The director of HHS, Health and Human Services. Oh, I love me some Martin. I still watch Martin. You got to go to work on Myra's feet. You got to be real detached to have a mouth like that, because you see your mouth every day. You know what I'm saying? You see your teeth and mouth every fucking day. How can you walk around like that? And the biggest insult of it all is you have money. You don't have to have a mouth like that. But you can't tell me shit about my health, and you don't even brush and floss. What did I tell y'all? If you got a mouth like that, your ass ain't too far behind. If you won't clean your mouth, why would you clean your ass? Come on now. It's easier to brush your teeth. It's less space. But if you won't take the time to properly brush and floss, you ain't gonna brush and floss your ass either. This is why I don't invite everybody in my house. You understand? Because again, that was what I was taught. No, that ain't beer residue. No, you said beer residue. Listen, you're right. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised if that wasn't beer residue. Hey, storyteller. Good morning, beautiful. Don't zoom in on that picture, storyteller. I'm like, that just tells me every day he doesn't look at himself. Yeah, you know the saddest part? He looked at himself and went, "Boy, you fine. Damn, I look good." What? Yeah, that didn't happen. Yeah, you don't look good, bro. Yeah, you're right. That is most men. Listen. Y'all know I drag a couple of them in the lives too. The gentleman online talking about, I need a woman size 8, long hair, beautiful skin. Sir, when is the baby due? Like, sir, how come every time you move you make a sound? Okay. Y'all know me. I'm time enough for their ass. They get mad at me. They be in my comments so bad. When they say, you can say a lot of things about me, but one thing you can't say is that I'm bad built. Oh, they get mad, honey. They get mad. I want a woman that 26, 36, 28. What? So you can crush her with your 62? I pay attention to the shit. I be listening to that bullshit they talk, and I'm there for it. I don't have nothing but time. Look, Elon took my job, so I ain't got nothing but fucking time. So I'm interested in seeing the type of comments I get on that RFK post after this live, because when the people zoom in, it's not going to be nice. I was kind though to not leave that yuck mouth up the entire video, because I didn't want to see it the whole video my damn self. So I made sure not to leave it open the entire video. Always be the ones looking like, thank you. It's always be the ones that's like that. You know why? Because those are the guys still living in yesteryear. I used to run track. Sir, that was 40 years ago. The only place you're running to is to the fridge. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I'm going to need you to back away. That's what I'm going to need you to back away from the carbs, sir. The reason why you want a woman with no belly is because you have enough for both of us. That's why I'm like, they don't want no smoke from me. I got enough smoke for both of us. Love the I used to's. I used to be 25. Right. Everybody used to be something. I'm like, stop it. Anytime I hear them say that, man, back in my day, it's not your day anymore, sir. That is evident by the size of those jeans. Your time is past. I want to know why you got to open up your legs so wide to tie your shoes. Yes, that's RFK Jr.'s mouth. Yeah, that's his mouth. That is his mouth. Oh, I got plenty of responses for them, Andrea. Because see, it's always what you find is when you look on the internet, it's either always the people hiding, so you can't see what they look like, or when you see them, you're like, now really? Seriously? See, me, I don't always put my picture online. It's not because I'm some busted oddball, just because I choose not to. And I wasn't raised that looks for everything. Because my mother taught me, if you're an asshole but you cute, be mindful. Because if you get hit by a bus, now you're just an ugly asshole. So I'm mindful about how I treat people. Beauty, to me, is not something you see on the outside. Beauty, you can see it on the outside, but it can come from the inside. You understand? I think a lot of people don't know what beauty really means. You know, they superficially think what they think beautiful is. That's why I get upset with some of y'all when y'all say, oh, I can't make content. I'm not pretty. I'm not handsome. Who told you that shit? Exactly. Beauty is fleeting. And beauty is truly in the eye of the beholder. What you find beautiful may not be what another person finds beautiful, but that doesn't mean it's not beautiful. That doesn't mean that at all. So when I hear people say that, I'm always like, child, you have no idea what beauty looks like. Because beauty is not, I can tell you what it ain't. It's not a BBL. Listen, this is an equal opportunity live. I come for everybody. So if you think that I didn't, you've been forewarned. Okay? I'm just going to keep it all the way a buck. Beauty does what beauty when Drew Hill sang beauty, they never mentioned a BBL or a lace front. Okay? I'm just telling you. I don't think anybody thinks RFK Jr. is beautiful. I don't think that. But I tell you, I just, again, when I saw this picture, I was just like, he leads HHS. How? How? With breath mint, storyteller, a breath mint angle. You know what I just thought about when you said breath mint? You know how for those of us who brush our teeth, hey, Double O, you have a great, beautiful day too, beautiful. Thank you for joining today. You know what I thought about? When I brush my teeth, you know how you always scrape your tongue? Because that's a part of oral health. So if he don't brush his teeth, follow my logic, you know he don't scrape his tongue. I don't know why this whole discussion makes my stomach bubble. It makes my stomach bubble. Yes, you know he got so much waxy buildup on that fucking tongue of his. Listen. I had to let y'all see this today. Y'all had to see this thing. And listen, I ain't showed my husband yet the picture and the video I did. After this live, I'm going to go and show my husband, right? I'm going to just put the phone in his face. I'm going to say, hey, watch this video I did on TikTok and let me know what you think about it. Honey, and I'm going to laugh my ass off. Because I already know what my husband's reaction will be. I'm going to scare my husband. Yes, I is. I am going to, I'm going to say, hey, I just did a video on TikTok. Let me know what you think about it. Look at this real quick. Man, he going to be like, what the hell? That's the type of mouth every time you see it. You go, what the hell? What the helly? What the helliance? What the helly berry? Every time. Every time. Come on, man. Curb Your Enthusiasm takes on a new meaning. Listen, if I come home every day to that, no, I guess that's why Trump talked. Yeah, you're right. That's why Trump picked him. Because I don't get it. I don't get it. I just know I don't want this guy anywhere near my toothbrush, my dental office, none of that. Because he'll try to sabotage me. Yeah, they broke in America, but we can still put it back together. Now what y'all got to do? You got to elect people that make a difference, or we going to get more people like this. Quiet as kept, a lot of people in Congress got teeth like that. Just so y'all know. Go look at your Congress people. A lot of them got teeth like that. And they got better insurance than you and I do. They got better insurance than you and I do, but they don't fix their teeth. Trump doesn't care about folks making a mockery of stuff. Trump, this is a money grab. I told y'all. This is about Trump and Republicans making money off of the backs of Americans, off of the backs of you and me. This has nothing to do with nothing else. That's what this is about. Making money off of Americans, working class Americans. And until working class Americans wake up, it's not going to change. It is not going to change. Child, I don't even know what to say no more. Between the president having bronzer, no edges, the vice president wearing eyeliner, I don't know what to think anymore. Yeah, they have premium health care. There's no reason for this. But these are the people that tell you you have too much. Yeah, Doge was only a way to steal money. Because think about it like this. Even if you wanted to believe that the cuts that Doge did worked, well, all of it was negated with what Republican Congress just voted for in that bill. They just washed away all of that, if that's the case, right? It's all gone. So none of it was about that. It was about gutting the departments that Elon Musk didn't like. He paid for that. He paid Trump for that. I used to work for USAID. I was the agency that got shut down because of Elon Musk. They've been paying me since February to be home and do TikToks. 6 figures. Very nice money. I'm salaried. I wasn't an hourly employee. Okay? But that Elon did that. And Trump let him do that. And then Congress solidified it. Now, what I do have to check in this final bill is if Congress put language in there to truly close the Department of Education. Or did they just still leave the funding there but reroute it to State Department? Yeah, because they're just playing games. He got stem cell regrowth therapy money for his teeth. Oh, no. I have a question. Riddle me this, Batman. I'm about to be like the Riddler and shit. Riddle me this, Batman. Why would one get stem cell regrowth therapy for their teeth when they don't brush and they don't floss? Shit, you want to regrow them? Brush them motherfuckers. Like, what is we doing? It's like the worst movie on earth. He could have saved the world, but he wouldn't brush his teeth. Like, what? I can't listen to nobody. That thing on the side right there, ooh, it's a Zen patch. But I'm gonna show you. Hold on. That thing, there's something on the side that's a Zen patch for smokers. But that's tartar. That's dirty. That's shit right there. See that? That look like a sandwich. Right, he need to make his gums great again. But he can't. You see that one over there is red. That tooth got red around it right there. It said RK Jr. fell asleep with his mouth open on JD Vance couch. Oh, listen. Yeah, that's inflammation from bad oral care. Yep, this is why we floss, why we floss every day. He obviously doesn't. This man has never met a dental pick that he likes. What? That man needs a major scaling. I said what I said. I'm like, enough's enough. I'm somewhat offended. That man's mouth is like the type of mouth that if you smile at me, I would be offended. I would think you don't like me. I would think that you coming at me, you being aggressive, you want to fight or something. Because nothing makes any other sense why you would smile at me with that fucking mouth. I'd be mad. I'd try to fight you. I'd be like, why you smiling at me? You want to fight? No, I'm being nice. No, you're not being fucking nice to me. You keep showing me your damn teeth. You want to be nice to me? Close your mouth. Close your mouth. I don't know if it's gingivitis. It seems to me it's a collection of a whole bunch of things. That's a collection of a whole bunch of things. The next time somebody asks you to show them a picture of what MAGA means, show this mouth. That's the Trump administration right there. Right there. That's the greatness. That's what we about to turn into. That's the again. Oh no, we're not going to be that fortunate. This is the guy that picks up roadkill off the road that he don't know how long it's been there. So, unfortunately, yeah, we won't be blessed with that type of, yeah. Oh, that's more than no fluoride in the water, Nessabessa. That's no toothbrush in the water either. Shit. No toothbrush in the water, no dental floss between the teeth. That's a whole lot of things. Okay? That's a whole lot of things. All right? Yep, there sure did used to be a song on Schoolhouse Rock called Yuck Mouth. And the funniest thing is, I have the Schoolhouse Rock DVDs in my house. I'm going to see if I can find that episode. You feeling sick? Listen, I'm about to wrap up soon, so that's why I left it. I was just like, this is a reminder of what America is. What they say, this is America. Don't catch them slipping now. Don't catch them flipping, no. Look how I'm whipping, no. Look how I'm whipping, no. That's the, listen, that. And Americans, and I've seen Americans want to talk about people from like England and their teeth. You can't talk. You can't talk with teeth like that. Listen, the wise owl, I haven't even eaten breakfast yet. And 9 times out of 10, I'm with you. There will be no breakfast. Quiet as kept. If I wanted to have breakfast, I could ask RFK Jr. to floss. Look, we got some eggs here. We got oatmeal. Let me stop. I didn't mean to make you throw up. I'm sorry. But I figure this is the new definition of Meals on Wheels. When they're delivering meals to seniors, he'll just pop up at the door. He'll literally just pop up at the door. Oh my goodness. I couldn't hold it. I had to say it. I just had to. I'm sorry. I had to say this. Yes, yesterday was a fiasco, but no, every day is a new fucking day. But I'm telling you, now we got to figure out what the strategy is as we move forward. And honestly, I don't have one quite yet. I've been thinking about it. Now, one of my strategies certainly is folks need to understand how their government works more. I told you it's a new series coming up next week I'm going to have here on TikTok, showing people how to find out what district they live in, how to find out who their elected officials are, how to find their elected officials' voting records, you know, things like that. Stuff that's going to be helpful to maybe changing how people are looking at interacting with their government. So I'm hoping, you know, you said saving that for later. It is his financial plan for lunch. Listen. Next time he wants a snack, all RFK has to do is suck this little piece of chunk right here out. He can get a nice little snack. Oh my God, I can't. I won't look at this picture anymore after this session today. Y'all won't see this again. Yep, I'm gonna teach the things that we used to learn in basic civics class that American schools don't teach anymore. Because there's something to gain by you not knowing how your government works. The Marines are in Florida. It's about to get interesting. Yeah, it's going to get interesting. Because the question is, will the military take an unlawful order? And see, I think y'all going to get surprised that they will. Y'all going to learn that a lot of the shit that you've been fed and taught and indoctrinated, that it's not real. That's what you're going to find out. I hate to be that way, but you're going to find out that the systems only are as good as the people that are a part of them. I agree. The military is going to split. You're going to have people who are going to follow the UCMJ, and you're going to have people who are going to follow Trump, which is a violation of the UCMJ. Because it's supposed to be country over party, country over people. But Republicans are party over people. They've been party over people for decades, but folks kept voting for them. So, you know. Man, I will vote for Donald Trump. Hey, I will vote for Donald Trump. You know, it actually was a bop. It was a whole bop. And now it's a hardcore bop. Because now it is the theme song to the Trump administration harassing Hispanic Americans. But they voted for the harassment. I don't know how else to. I told y'all about that message that Laura Loomer put up yesterday. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you one more time. I'm gonna read it to you. That Laura Loomer put up yesterday. Because I'm gonna connect dots again for you guys. Because I've been trying to tell you that these people don't like us. Anybody, if you're non-white, they don't like you. And quiet as kept, if you white, they don't like some of you. They don't like you just because you white. That ain't that simple no more. Understand, okay? So, hold on for a second. Let me find what she say. Laura Loomer said, alligator lives matter. She said the good news is alligators are guaranteed at least 65 million meals if we get started now. There are 65 million Latinos in America. They're not quiet with their racism anymore because they don't have to be. The President of the United States promotes that racism. In my opinion, he promotes it. And she's one of his advisors, remember? So if she's an advisor, what do you think? Oh, they're loud because they're dying out, but until they're gone, oh yeah, they're getting bolder and bolder, Reggie, because they can. Now they have protection from the federal government again. See? No, gators are not code for white people. Gators are code for fucking gators. There are gators around that migrant camp. No, gators were not code word for other people. Gators were code word for alligators. Right, they don't have to use dog whistles anymore because the country has totally bought into it. That's why I told y'all your country wasn't post-racial. If your country was post-racial, they wouldn't buy into the shit. Not only is your country not post-racial, they're racist as fuck. And until America starts to have those uncomfortable conversations, it's not going to change. It's not going to change. It's not going to change, and it's going to get worse. But that's why I was looking at Cuban Americans going, oh, you think you different. Oh, you're going to learn you're not different either. What did I tell y'all a couple of days ago? Didn't I tell y'all a couple of days ago that white supremacy is more scared of the Hispanic American population than the black population? Because it's more Hispanic Americans than most. They're scared of them. Because guess what? You're going to have a Hispanic president before you have a woman president. Yeah. They know it. They see it coming. They're trying to stop the fucking train. Hey, Tony. They're trying to stop the train. It's too late, but the train already left the station, but that's the goal. The goal is to slow down progress. Y'all don't understand. To them, it's no such thing as a good immigrant. That doesn't exist. If they're not white, y'all gonna learn. Yeah, they see the population increase. The fact that Laura Loomer said that shit. Hey, man, I just watch. I tried to tell people. But you couldn't tell them nothing. You couldn't tell them nothing. So now I don't even talk to them about it. I don't say nothing. I just live my fucking life. I just sit around and just live my life. They're after us because that's true. Oh, they're not going to say, see, understand, DHS is almost out of money. They've been almost out of money. Congress appropriated a certain amount of money. And now, just so y'all know, see, this is the other thing that you need to understand too. With that bill that got passed, everybody's talking about the Medicaid, the Medicare, all of that other stuff. But there's something way more nefarious than that. That bill did something insane. ICE is now bigger than the FBI. Oh yeah, they're bigger than the Bureau of Prisons and bigger than DEA combined and other agencies combined. ICE. So Hispanic America, oh, they coming for you. That's what I see. I'm telling you that's what I see. I'm telling you And I ain't been wrong yet up to this point. My spidey senses have been tingling, and I'm pretty sure that's what it looks like to me. And you know the saddest part? You got a Cuban American, Marco Rubio, right in there helping to co-sign it. Because he thinks he's one of the good ones. But guess what Marco Rubio gonna do? He gonna sit right there. When the Trump administration start going after Cuban Americans, he gonna sit right there and do nothing. Yep, Rafael Ted Cruz, the guy who doesn't want to go by his original name because he wants people to think he's not Hispanic. Yeah, that guy. I'm not surprised they're deploying Marines in Florida. They got to get somebody to run that camp that they put up. Nah, Spaniard is still not American. Marco Rubio tried it. Bobby Jindel's learning a valuable lesson right now. Vivek Ramaswamy is learning a lesson too. Both of those fuckers didn't even get a job. And Kash Patel only got one because he sucks ass more than they do. He don't like Kash Patel either. And Kash Patel, he spends his time trying to be anything but an Indian American. That picture sending you, LaRose, that's fine, but just don't zoom in on it, honey. You're going to see. Yeah, that's a Zen patch. That's to help with a smoking car. But it's this stuff over here I want you to look at. That's what's nasty. Zoran Mohadi is in New York, is going into the... He's in the lion's den, but you know what? It needs to be done. Because what he's doing, he has a legal right to do. He has a legal right to do. So let's watch the government do what they shouldn't do. Y'all got to understand, and Trump owns the Supreme Court. So all that bullshit that the conservatives in the Supreme Court used to say, that shit was all a lie. It was all a lie. I kept telling Hispanic Americans that the Republican Party is using you. And as soon as they don't need you no more, your ass is out of here. Look at where we are. Looky, there's Cookie. We're right here exactly where I said we would be. I told them. Black people told them. We know how this shit goes. We told you. So no, I'm not marching to do shit. I will educate folks about the law and government and how you can change your government, because marching ain't gonna change shit. You just gonna get me locked up too. That won't change nothing. I'm telling you. The civil rights was not just about marches. They had a complete, comprehensive strategy. And you have to have a complete, comprehensive strategy. You just can't show up and do a protest and then go back home and act like you solved a problem. These elected officials know that protesting doesn't mean shit if you won't do anything afterwards. So they'll let you protest. They don't give a fuck. And some of them won't even let you protest now because they don't want to see the shit at all. Yeah, it's just annoying, but they don't care because ultimately it doesn't change anything. Yep, Trump is... And what did I tell y'all? Didn't I tell y'all that bill was going to pass no matter what? I told you. I wanted you to call and still email to let them know and hear your voice. But I told you it would pass anyway. And it was going to pass because Trump wanted it done by 4th of July. The banners were already printed. The programs were already printed, y'all. They was going to get that shit done. I told you Lisa Murkowski was full of shit. She knew that bill wasn't coming back to the Senate because she knew Trump wanted it done before the 4th of July because he wanted to sign it on Independence Day. She's a liar and she's a fraud. And as long as you keep allowing these people to lie to you and be frauds and play games, it's never going to stop. Never. I guarantee that. But we'll see what happens. But I thank you all for joining me this morning. We had a great time. Oh, look, we got 74,000 likes this morning. I appreciate that. Thank you all so much. We had great engagement this morning. I want to remind you guys, don't forget we chose the movie Sinners for our movie discussion this month. So I put a poll in Patreon because we got to pick the date in which we discuss it. So y'all need to go over and check out that poll because the poll closes on Tuesday. So you need to check that out. Okay? Yeah, you can start a church so you don't pay taxes. You can. Legally, you can. But knowing the Trump administration, at some point, they're going to want you to prove you love the Lord. How you going to prove that? By who you hate? That'd be interesting to see. I haven't seen Sinners yet, so I'm interested in watching it and then for us to talk about it. So take a look at the Patreon so you guys can vote in the poll. Don't forget, the link is in my bio to check out the Straight No Chaser podcast because I have these discussions every week. The new episode dropped on Wednesday. I talked about paid leave and how we don't have a national paid leave policy and why we don't. Because there's a reason. It's not an accident. Okay? It's not an accident. I will be back here. I think I'm going to be back online live this afternoon. I'm not sure what time. Probably about 5 o'clock, but I might come earlier. Y'all might see me pop back on to do some TikTok shop stuff in the lives. I may do that so that we can have our own live the way we do our lives that don't include TikTok shop stuff. Yesterday evening is on YouTube. It's already on there. I put it up while we were talking this morning. So that one's already on there. Yesterday evening. That's up there now. I'll put this morning up there as soon as this live wraps up. I'll download it and throw it up onto YouTube so you all have that one as well. So I thank you all so much. I want to send a shout out to my top 5 gifters in this live. First of all, beautiful number 1, Kiana Black. Thank you, beautiful. Number 2, beautiful Stacy. Number 3, beautiful My Dog is Charlie. Number 4, beautiful Kiki Doodles. And number 5, beautiful Dex. And a special shout out to beautiful Lisa. Thank you so much coming in at number 6. I thank you all for the gifts. No matter how big or how small, I appreciate it. I appreciate all the support. We have great discussion here. Don't forget, next week, I start my live morning show. It's going to be a 2-hour morning show that happens on YouTube. I'll post the details of the times and all that stuff on my Patreon. I'll put that stuff up. Probably I'll put it up today. But the before show and the after shows will be on TikTok. Just because you can't say shit on TikTok. You know what I mean? They just get real funny acting. And at the end of the day, we're having discussions, great discussions. We have a great time together learning about a lot of great things. So I want to continue to be able to do that and not have to speak like I'm 10. Pew, pew, and all the unalive and all. And it's like, come on. We're too old for this shit. Like Murtaugh say. We're too old. But I love you guys. I want you to have a safe and wonderful holiday today. Be safe out there. I'll see you again this afternoon. Don't let nobody live rent-free in your head. Don't feed the trolls. And you can accomplish anything you put your mind to as long as you stay consistent. And guess what? Brush and floss your fucking teeth. You see this? Because if you don't brush and floss your teeth, you're going to wake up and look like RFK Jr. Your mouth going to wake up and look like RFK Jr. And that is a nightmare. Okay? Love you guys. I'll see you this afternoon. Bye-bye. Have a great day.